Hello everyone, welcome back for this session again. In this session, we are going to look at some of the citation basics that you need to be knowing. So, as you will be carrying out your research, you need to be having some of these basics while doing your what? Your research. So, going on through, we have the citation basics that I will be presenting to you here. So, number one thing you need to know why we carry out a recite to what name them. The citations aren't just a rule. They are some of the backbones of the academic integrity. We recite to want give a credit. What do you mean here? Giving acknowledgement of original authors for their ideas and the hard work they have done. Then the one other thing you need to do, avoid the plagiarisms. Plagiarism, we looked at it in the previous video that I made, so you can go deeper to understand it fully. Then also avoid the map. What do you mean by map here? Allow your readers to find your sources and dive deeper into what the topic. Build credibility. Show that your arguments are supported by existing evidence in experts. Going further to other the understanding the in-text citations versus the reference list. We need to look at some of the key features here. Analyzing the location. In the in-text citation, inside the body of your paper, you have the right after the borrowed information. Then going to deeper into the reference list, we find out that at the very end of your paper, we find a separate page. Then the purpose. Under the purpose, we briefly point out the reader to the source without breaking the flow and provide also full details, all those. Then under the detail levels in the in-text, coming to the in-text or citation, we have the minimal, or usually the author, the year, then the page number. Then in the reference list, we find the extension, like the title, the uniform resource locators, name all those. Those are the things we find under the in-text citation versus the reference list. So going into this other one, we find the ML style, which is the modern learning association. So here we find the common humanities and liberal arts. In the index goal, we find the author's page number, the reference list title, then the key formattings. Another key formattings, you'll find out that we have full names that are usually used, like I have this one here. In your reference, you will find this. Then the year it was published, then the title case for all the titles. So these are some of the key things you need to be knowing in the what? In the citations. So then we need to also look at the what? The index citation with the APA style, the American Psychological Associations, that is the APA style, commonly used in social science, education, and engineering. The, the reference list title, the key formattings we find here is a first name that's followed by initials like this one we see here. This is how it is phrased out in the APA format. We will do it also practically when we are doing citations in the practical high school. Then the year is placed prominently, then the sentence case for the titles. Then the formatting, the format, how do we bring out the format? The format is always written, we find the author. If maybe there are two authors, find use the and then the year. Then the narrative also. Then in the index go, we find the author and the year. For example, when you're maybe doing auto research on the climate change, how the climate change affects the minority patterns, there is this author that wrote it. So you can you see how it is being made, the author's name, then the year it was published. Then when it is only in when we have only one author, you will find out that it's written there the author, then the year like this one as you have seen. So coming out to the group authors and abbreviations, where you find that maybe many authors publish the same what information or gathered up together to publish that same information. We find it being written in this format, like here, the first citation becomes from the World Health Organization, the year it was published, 2020. Then the narrative becomes the World Health Organization, the brackets you used. Then coming to citing multiple sources in one parenthesis. To cite multiple sources in one parenthesis, here we look at the format that brings the author, the year, maybe the two authors, you have put the second author, then the year comes also. So these are some of the key things that we need to know while carrying out our what citations. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you always keep following for more updates that will be coming in the other sessions. Thanks so much. Bye bye.